What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Arca Scans, where we go over this week's potential movers directly from my scanner. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you can consider joining our trading community in Discord called Arca Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so happy first day of June, right? So now we got the fresh start of the month and fresh new opportunities in line, you guys. So we definitely have them in line, and let's go ahead and go over one of those right now. Ticker symbol PTGX, right? So Protagonist Therapeutics Inc. And this could be a very interesting situation right here, you guys, because as you can see, as you already know, I look at my 4-hour time frame. Of course, you know, obviously my daily and 12-hour are usually something that I tend to go over, and then we can actually validate a potential upside. So let me just go ahead and go over a few things first before I can continue giving you those targets, right? So please notice here that we have the 4-hour time frame with an upside pivot on stochastics and also increasing volatility, right? So let's just make this a little bit big so that we can all see it, right? So please notice here, upside momentum, increasing volatility here. This usually gives us a pretty nice setup for the price action to continue to the upside, right? So that usually derives from the shorter time frames. We want a downside on the 30-minute to see if we can get some type of opportunity to long this ticker, right? In fact, it is showing. Please notice here that we have the SMA 14 as resistance on the 30-minute time frame. Very likely for us to face a resistance right at that 2762 level intraday tomorrow, early session, right? Potential retracement back to that EMA 50 at about 2685. Okay, so if we can continue down to the longer side, we can continue on to that EMA 21 at about 2630. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move upward on the time frames to see if we have any more resistances or whatever else, right? The hourly time frame is already suggesting an upside here, but we have a little bit of an ebb and flow on that stochastic momentum. To be very honest with you, that looks corrective though. Notice how the EMA 3 is above the SMA 14. That usually indicates that the pressure may actually start correcting here. Okay, you guys, so now let's move on to the bi-hourly time frame. This is the bi-hourly, essentially giving the fuel to the 4-hour. Please notice right over here that we have the upside pivot on momentum in the bullish control zone and in the gravitational zone of the bullish control zone, right? Increasing volatility as well. And also, please notice right over here that we have a 28% ADX, which measures the trending market, right? So anytime that we are above 25 and also very ideally 30, that would be a strong indication for a trending market to whoever is leading. Okay, so this is the DMI. This is the DMI indicator, and in this case, DMI plus refers to the bulls in green, and DMI minus would refer to the bears, right? So in this case, you can see bulls are leading. We have ADX support. That means that we have complete DMI support for the statistical move or for volatility versus momentum. Okay, so increasing pressure here on the bull side for the MACD as well. Very nice. And now, of course, the 4-hour time frame, that's where we have our official pivot towards the upside, increasing volatility, barely starting that green area on the MACD, crossing over the signal as well. We have incoming disbursement of returns. So that's inbound cash, right? The histogram back here, please notice that that's all sell pressure, and now it's buying, and we got the first blue bar here. Okay, so stochastic momentum versus money flow index showing upside coming in as well. Okay, you guys, so that means that we have a very short-term downside to look at, right? So I'm going to give you a range for that, right? So particularly to the 4-hour time, I see that we can come in at about 2701 to the space of about 2685 as a potential first area, right? And in this case, guys, I mean, we have to also mind our SMA 10 and maybe even our EMA 7, right? So as these time frames would likely give us some indication as to what can potentially be happening, right? So the EMA 7, I know that there's a lot of moving averages there, so let me just go ahead and kind of bring that up just like that and also make it a little bit brighter so that we can see it, right? So this would be another zone to kind of look at, right? So now I would give you another bias. So this would be, let's see, right from the 2654 area, and if I can notice any other candles, then I would actually start favoring the top sides of a few of them, right? So yeah, I think like this here, this one right over here, and I mean, we're not going to come. I don't think we have enough liquidity to come down here, although it's very possible, right? But I would probably use this area as the last potential long zone. I don't think that we can actually make it all the way down there since this is incredibly bullish, right? And now going up to the 6-hour time frame, we have increasing momentum, increasing volatility. We have that upside pivot in MACD as well. 8-hour time frame should start a little bit lower, right? Increasing volatility in almost every time frame, you guys. This is very much an opportunity for us to consider. Also notice on the